back for a new series on BBC One. Expect adult humour.
Have I got news for you? I'm Alexander Armstrong. In the news this week, in America, former Prime Minister Liz Truss has once again shown her dogged commitment to doing things absolutely her own way. As a new theme park opens to celebrate 20th century light entertainment, one woman foolishly opens her car window in the Rod Hull zone.
I'm scared, but...
And as a movie is made about Donald Trump's night with Stormy Daniels, it's a busy day's work for the sound effects guy. Team tonight is a comedian who says he loves long train journeys where he can just look out of the window for 3 hours or more. So basically any train journey in the UK. Please welcome Phil Wang. On Paul's team tonight is a TV presenter who was once told she was beautiful by Donald Trump, which is why only today the UK's trade minister phoned her and said, "Pack your bags for Washington." Please welcome Steph McGovern. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Paul and Steph, here's yours.
Yes.
Liberation Day.
Ah, yes. Now, you know all about this, don't you?
Yeah, that's us getting the odds for the next horse race.
Yeah.
All the cars we can't afford.
Mm-hmm. Elon Musk, yes.
With a giant Dorito on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, trade tariffs. He's basically slapped all the countries he does trade with these tariffs. That's just going to put up prices for everyone.
And what has this day been called?
Liberation Day.
Liberation Day.
Yeah, we're free to lose money.
Yeah.
Should we have a quick look at his specials board?
No, let's not bother.
Yeah.
The specials.
I was just thrilled Malaysia's on it. We're never on anything. I just know at home right now, yeah, it's a 30-whatever% tariff, but people are going, Malaysia,
I noticed all the countries are on that chart, but Russia's not on there, is it?
Yeah, no.
There's no tariff on them.
You know, he did this whole thing, if you look at, for example, Vietnam. I like Vietnam, Vietnam like me.
Has he walked in? Is he here?
That's a 40% tariff, so it's just... I mean, it's just stupidity on a grand scale.
There's no rhyme or reason to it at all. He's placed 10% tariff on these islands near Antarctica where the only inhabitants are penguins. And the penguins are there like, what did we do? I didn't like Happy Feet. I thought it was a terrible movie.
It's exactly like the Eurovision table, except Britain is at the bottom, and that's good. I mean, our Prime Minister's policy of just sucking up to Trump studiously and inserting himself, you know...
Inserting himself?
into his favour.
Oh, I see. I've heard it called many things before, but never his favour.
Who are the big losers?
China?
China, 34%.
Actually, you fooled me, because nearly everyone's a loser in Trump's book. Losers. He's everywhere.
He's in all of us, isn't he?
He is. But he's got a formula, hasn't he? I mean,
Yes.
Britain, by his own formula, we shouldn't be paying anything. Because we've got quite a balance of trade with the States.
Yeah, because it's based on a trade deficit, so it's the trade deficit of a country divided by the total business that America does with the country, divided by 2.
And that's because he's generous.
Yes, so the 2 is a discount, so it's him saying, I'll do it. I can't, why do I keep doing impressions of him? I don't know.
He's in everyone.
In all of us, yeah. He wasn't that good when he was.
Stormy McGovern.
Oh my God, I got totally mistaken for Stormy Daniels once, yeah? Wasn't it Private Eye who
I
did it,
shouldn't think
actually?
so.
You did, you bastard!
No, surely.
I know. It did mean I could put up my prices in Middlesbrough, though.
So, yes, other big losers?
The EU, he really hates.
Yeah, EU, 20%.
They really hate Europe. I mean, I know they hate us.
Yeah, but we only got 10%, so thank God for
I know,
Brexit.
but do you know what's interesting? This is about businesses and countries that are doing well with America. They're the ones that are getting shafted the most. It just shows we're rubbish at trading with America.
Who is this standing by Trump in the Oval Office as he answered questions about tariffs? Who's that?
Oh, it's somebody called something Rock.
It's Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
yeah.
Yeah, do you know what he does?
He's Secretary of State for Defence.
He is a massive country and Western star. Trump said during the election campaign that tariff is one of the most beautiful words in the English language.
Yes, that's right.
What was the other word that Trump mentioned a lot in his speech?
Bungalow.
Yes.
Let's see.
But likewise, an old-fashioned term that we use, groceries. I used it in the campaign. It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it.
I mean, what, is he 78 now and he wants to run for a 3rd term as well?
And he doesn't seem to think that it's a problem that you're not allowed to. I know that hasn't bothered him in any other sphere of life.
Well, one of the plans is to have J.D. Vance run for president. He wins, and he makes Trump his vice president, and then J.D. Vance resigns as president, and Donald Trump takes over.
Which is exactly the method used by Putin to stay in. Not that I'm saying he copies, admires and loves him.
No. Not at all.
How else has Donald Trump been spreading hatred of America around the world?
Just by visiting places.
He's been sending his emissaries.
He's trying to buy Greenland.
Yes, that's right. J.D. Vance has been there. Here he is in his stupid coat.
There was a great moment when Vance was leaving and he waved from the aeroplane and then they pulled back the shot. There's no one there.
Yeah.
Do you know what his first reaction was on arriving in Greenland?
Yes, he said it's cold and nobody warned me.
That's right. He told reporters, this is cold as shit. Nobody told me.
Wait till he goes to Poundland.
Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio has been somewhere. Where has he been?
Canada.
That's right, yes. Marco Rubio may not be very popular in Canada, but they still put the red carpet out for him. Lastly, what have 4 million Americans been duped into believing?
Donald Trump.
Prank videos on TikTok have led Americans to believe that there is a daily alarm in Britain.
Oh, yes, that's right. About making a cup of tea, isn't it?
Exactly.
There's an alarm goes off. Everybody here will know this. In Britain, there is a certain time of the day when an alarm goes off, and it means it's a cup of tea time.
That's right.
So you can knock on anybody's front door, and they have to, by law, give you a cup of tea. And that's true. That's true.
And this has been believed.
It has been. It's true.
A daily alarm in Britain
Yeah.
reminds the public to drink a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Americans have been told when the tea alarm goes off, you just go into the nearest home, shop, building,
Yeah.
and they will be making tea, and you will be given a cup.
Well, I mean, it's funny when you say it, because we all accept it as part of normal life. But when you actually look at it, you can see how they might be amused.
Yeah. If you don't drink a cup of tea when the tea alarm goes off, you will be prosecuted and fined £300. Yes, this is the dull economic bit of World War III, except this time, for once, the Americans are in it from the beginning. Trump's tariffs even extend to the Heard and McDonnell Islands, which are completely uninhabited with no buildings or human habitation whatsoever. Nonetheless, its economy is predicted to outgrow Britain's by 2020. Because of the new tariffs, items set for huge price increases here include whiskey and cigars. I guess Camilla will just have to make her savings elsewhere. It was also announced this week that Elon Musk will be stepping back from Donald Trump's inner circle. Just as well. Probably his tongue could do the rest. Ian and Bill, here are your news stories.
Oh, tell you what, you can put that. Rachel Reeves' next job. Ah, yes, a bargain. And that's the only way we can afford to fill potholes in now. This is the UK's economy, I suppose. Rachel Reeves' spring statement. The OBR has now downgraded our forecast of growth to 1%. AstroTurf grows faster than...
What was she hoping to create?
Growth.
And headroom.
Headroom.
£10 billion worth of...
Yeah, it's fiscal headroom,
Yeah.
who's Max's brother. One of the teenagers. It's a ludicrous idea, isn't it? That she's got £10 billion to play with.
Yeah.
And then immediately after the tariffs announced, she hasn't.
In a move the Chancellor didn't see coming, Donald Trump has squeezed her buffer. What's Rachel Reeves encouraging people to do to get Britain building houses again?
Giving them a shovel and some cement. Go get to
Kind
it.
of. Yeah, she said the country needs more brickies, sparkies and chippies. Oh, yes, please. Mine's a large haddock.
Well, how are chippies building houses?
Carpenters.
Carpenters.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's
I'm learning so much. Oh, thank you so much for having me.
it. Was it not the most cringy thing, though, hearing a politician use those terms, use those trade terms, like
Yeah.
sparkies and chippies? It's like, that's what you say if you work on the site, not if you're, you know, the person who's...
Oh, I don't know, when you're offering them a cup of tea, you go, hello, Sparkies and Chippies. Would you like a good old cup of tea?
The way that Ian says it, it sounds like fellow pupils at his public schools. Hello, Sparkers. Fancy a game of croquet?
What do you call your butler?
Butler.
Do you have more than one?
No, there's a couple of them. But anyway, times are, you know, big cost of living crisis, so one or two of them may have to go.
Oh, now you tell me. That's the last gin and tonic you get off me.
According to the Times,
Yes.
Reeves is hoping to train 60,000 bricklayers over the next 5 years. Surprised she's got the time. What has she personally managed to save on?
Tickets to concerts.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely right. The cost of a corporate box to see singer Sabrina Carpenter.
Another carpenter.
No.
Yes.
Sabrina Chippy, she's known as.
Was she there to recruit her?
There. There she is at the O2, which she accepted as a freebie.
Why do they do it? Why do they accept these freebies?
She said she had to do it for security reasons.
Yeah.
And then she said it was a mistake. But they've been doing this ever since they got in, and people say, well, don't cut, you know, people's disability benefits in 1 week and then say, oh, by the way, I took a freebie. Because people don't like that. I mean, it's not difficult.
What's your favourite Sabrina Carpenter song, Ian?
Well, you know.
Please, please, please.
He's right.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Wow!
When I saw the story, I did ask someone who was a bit younger than me.
Well, that could be anybody.
At a press conference this week, what
Yes.
did Kemi Badenoch do? Yeah, that is just to make a note whenever she's mentioned. It won't happen very often. What did Kemi Badenoch say the Conservatives would have done differently with regard to Labour's economic measures?
They'd have cut further, deeper, earlier.
She said we would not have created a budget that caused so much crisis.
Wow.
Well, perhaps apart from...
Yeah.
But everyone's pretty much forgotten about that now. Should we have some good news?
Yes, go on then.
Because on Buzzers Teams,
Yeah.
what is the good news regarding bubonic plague? Yes.
It's on the way back.
The UK Health Security Agency reported the country's first human case of bubonic plague, but it turned out to be an administrative error. So, no Black Death in Britain. More good news. What are children swallowing fewer of? Yes, Ian.
Coins,
Yes, absolutely right.
because there aren't any.
The Royal College of Surgeons say that children swallow far fewer coins than they used to.
Oh, so if you take a child to the hospital, they say there's no change. That's good.
Nice. This is apparently because of the move towards the cashless society.
Oh, I see.
How many vapes are they swallowing now?
Yeah.
Made up for it, probably.
And mobile phones and internets.
Well, that's the end of the good news.
No!
This week saw the launch of some local election campaigns. 1,600 council seats are up for grabs on May the 1st. Ed Davey declared that it would be a two-horse race, didn't he, between the Lib Dems and the Tories in many seats, which is an interesting turn of phrase. I wonder how he illustrated that.
Killing me. Oh.
There's 2 faults and a refusal to vote for him.
Sadly, during that, he did his hamstring, had to be covered by a blanket and shot. Meanwhile, Nigel Farage of Reform UK promised us the biggest rally in modern political history. So let's have a look at that. How did Nigel Farage make his entrance?
Did we just shot out of a cannon?
Was it in a rubber boat? That'd be funny. I mean, if you've done... Proud
He came in on a JCB digger.
Yes.
I mean, they used to pay Boris.
Yes,
I mean, they were
did.
big Boris, but they've switched now.
Anyone see the Conservative local election launch?
Yes. No.
Apparently, Kemi Badenoch. That's hilarious. They've already given up.
Surely she's not coming up again.
Kemi Badenoch energised party activists in Buckinghamshire, saying, if you map the general election result of 2024 onto this coming May, we lose almost every single council. Finally, let's pop over to the House of Lords to see what's been going on there. Here is Lord McCall of Dulwich with a fax machine concealed in his trousers. Yes, this is the state of the nation as we head towards the local elections. Here's Nigel Farage with Reform's new slogan, Reform will fix it. How's about that then, guys and gals? Another of Reform's slogans is Make Britain Great Again, which they shortened to MBGA, which I think was what Michael Gove was on. Rachel Reeves has defended her latest freebie, a Sabrina Carpenter concert, saying, I'm not personally a huge Sabrina Carpenter fan, but a member of my family did want to go. Here is Sabrina Carpenter. And I hope Rachel's husband had a lovely... And so to round 2. And with energy bills rising this week, it's a timely return for the human dynamo of news. So fingers on buzzers, teams.
Yeah.
Yes, Paul and Steph.
This is Meghan Markle launching her jam.
Yes.
And various other
Yes.
condiments. It's this brand. She's rebranded it, actually. So it was called American...
Riviera Orchard.
Yes, and now it's called As Ever.
As Ever.
Which is dead catchy, isn't it? And also, when you see As Ever written together, I kept thinking it said a severe. And I was like, a severe what, though? So, yeah.
Or a sever, which is what she did to the royal
sever,
family.
yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's the hidden meaning.
It's her version. There's an ancient...
Sorry, is that a controversial point?
She's called it fruit spread.
Yes, not
There's
jam.
some problem with jam.
But in America, they call jam jelly, don't they?
Oh, yes.
When a car gets stuck, it's a traffic jelly.
Yeah. And the royal family are in a jelly.
That's a royal jelly.
There we are. Do you know how much that'll cost you?
$10, isn't it?
$14.
Oh,
That's
is it?
£10.80.
It's immediately sold out.
Yes.
Which I thought was good, unless there's only 2 jars.
Yes.
What does Meghan tell jam eaters to do once they've run out of her raspberry spread?
Oh, they wanted to keep the jam jars,
That's
don't they?
exactly right. Meghan did also say you could use the jar to tuck away love notes or special treasures and to remember this pivotal moment with me. Think of it as our time capsule.
I think you're being rather cynical. I think you would make a lovely holder for writs from charities that your husband works for.
Have you seen her show, her TV show?
I haven't, I'll be honest.
I have.
Have you?
Yep. At one point, she said, a brilliant thing you can do is serve pretzels, and she got out a bag of pretzels and then poured it into another bag and then put it on the table. That was it. That was cooking.
And they were peanut butter flavoured, and she said, my friend Dan's favourite flavour. But I'm just going to put may contain nuts, just in case he doesn't know. And it's like, well, is peanut butter his favourite flavour, or is he allergic to nuts? She also, like, keeps bees. Well, she says she keeps bees, but she held each honeycomb like it was covered in shit. She was just like... I love coming out and just getting in touch with nature, and you could just see she's about to throw up, because...
Lastly, in another example of broadcasting excellence, did you hear Wayne Bavin recently on BBC Radio Suffolk?
No.
No.
OK,
But I'd love to.
Let's listen now.
Yes.
Life was unrecognisable. What things do you remember from 20 years ago? Let me go the travel.
I think perhaps, Isaac, you should get Wayne some water.
Just had one of Megan's pretzels.
This is the news that the Duchess of Sussex's raspberry jam is now on sale. Meghan also recently shared a photo of a lemon tart, claiming in the UK it's a traditional treat for Mother's Day. Really? Never seen a petrol station selling those. Fingers on buzzers, team. Another of these.
Say what you see.
Bananas. Yes.
They're making a comeback.
Are they standing in local council elections?
No. What might have been surprising about Kate Wright from Kendall's banana?
It looked like Donald Trump. It looked like the Pope.
Jesus.
Didn't look like anyone.
It didn't look like any... Oh, that was a surprising thing. It didn't look like
I
anyone.
would say you opened it.
Yes.
There was no banana inside.
And inside, there was the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
American Declaration of Independence. Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney was in a banana. I read this story.
OK.
Opened up the banana and said, hello, I'm Wayne Rooney.
Kate Wright from Kendall was tucking into her breakfast one day when she found a rare double banana.
What?
Yes, in which a single banana grows with two distinct fingers. Would you like to see Kate's double banana?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, here it is clothed, and here it is unclothed.
Whoa. Wow. It's like a Twix.
Recounting her experience to the BBC,
Yes.
Kate ended with the thrilling denouement. It tasted like a completely normal banana. There was nothing unusual about it at all.
Was this Panorama or...?
Or Banana-rama.
Now, what's the best thing to do with a banana in the morning?
Shove it up. Make a fruit salad and put it on your cereal.
Probably.
Yeah.
According to an online influencer, though, whose full 6-hour morning routine begins at 3:52 a.m., you should start the day by rubbing one on your face as part of a banana peel facial. And the
Why has he got the time written on his moustache? That must be awkward having to change that every minute.
Yeah.
The influencer's name is Ashton Hall, where we used to Christmas when I was young. This is the news that a woman in Cumbria was astonished to discover a double banana in her fruit bowl. Meanwhile, a vicar in the Yorkshire Dales has annoyed locals by repainting his ancient church tower, so it now looks like this. How very unlike the church to whitewash something. Which means it is now time for the missing words round.
Oh, how lovely.
Time now for the missing words round, which this week features as its guest publication, Gurdy World, the publication for hurdy-gurdy players and enthusiasts. A beginner's hurdy-gurdy, rather sweetly, is called a nerdy-gurdy. And if you buy a nerdy-gurdy, then a hurdy-gurdy, the one after that is called a thirdy-gurdy. And we start with having trouble adjusting your hurdy-gurdy. You need what?
A spannery-wannery.
A sturdy hurdy-gurdy.
Sturdy.
You need Barry Atkins, the country's leading hurdy-gurdy repairer.
You need to join Gurdy World's 2-hour adjustment and maintenance workshop. They've actually contacted the show to invite us along to the workshop, which is on April the 27th from 2 to 4 p.m.
Oh.
The 27th. How annoying. I'm free. Next, when what, consider inserting a piece of foam to protect your crank.
Is it dogging? It is, isn't it?
No.
Please tell me that.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
Or
alas.
is it like when transporting your hurdy-gurdy? When shipping your hurdy-gurdy?
I think I'm going to give you that, yes. When looking for a suitable place to store your hurdy-gurdy. According to the editor of Gurdy World, one frequently asked question is, where can I buy a hurdy-gurdy?
Yeah.
Followed a couple of weeks later by, where can I sell a hurdy-gurdy? Next, police helicopter searching for cannabis farm finds what?
Cannabis farm, easy. Next one.
They find pensioners with the heating turned up.
Heat-seeking device in a helicopter.
Yeah, the police raided their house after the helicopter's thermal imaging camera led them to believe they had special equipment to grow cannabis.
What, because some pensioners had actually turned the heating on?
Yeah.
That's very rare, is it now?
Very rare. Here are the unfortunate couple. Even worse, when she answered the door and the police said, where's the dope? She said he's on the sofa watching television. Next, if you've never what, this summer's hurdy-gurdy retreat could be the perfect chance.
If you've never explored the upside of hearing loss, this summer's hurdy-gurdy retreat could be the perfect chance.
If you've never touched a hurdy-gurdy before, this summer's hurdy-gurdy retreat could be the perfect chance. The 4-day workshop includes a private beach, hiking trails, views of the mountains, dancing, beachside bonfires, games, and much more. Actually sounds quite fun. But still, a couple of reasons not to go. Hurdy and gurdy. Finally, woman with world record for the largest mouth demonstrates by what?
Eating a hurdy-gurdy.
Shoving a bowling ball in a gob. Swallowing East Sussex.
Yep. Woman with world record for the largest mouth demonstrates by holding a wine bottle in it.
Blimey.
Here she is.
Wow.
I don't think that's that hard.
No.
That's the traditional way you're meant to serve it, actually.
So the final scores are Ian and Phil have 5, Paul and Steph have 7.
Oh, no.
Well done. But before we go, there is just time for the caption competition. Ian and Phil have this.
New Uber service in Birmingham.
Paul and Steph, do you get that?
Oh, the first step into reintroducing Prince Andrew into public life.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Phil Wang, Paul Merton and Steph McGovern, and I leave you with news that, after escaping from a gallery, Michelangelo's David checks back down the high street to see if he's being followed. There's a rare moment of calm in the world as a Sharpie runs out of ink. And speculation about the identity of the new James Bond reaches fever pitch. Good night.
Call Jonathan Pye returns to the airwaves. Listen on Sounds to the new series, What Could Possibly Go Wrong? In a heartwarming brand new comedy, Ben Miller is in for a surprise. Stay with BBC One for Austin on the way next.